Hey y'all, it's me China and welcome back to my YouTube channel. As y'all can see by the title of the video, this is going to be another recap video, and today we are going to be going over Baddies Midwest episode 10. Did y'all watch it? Y'all, I'm not gonna lie, Baddies is getting a little messy. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get into it. As always, go get you a little drink, y'all, because this episode was messy. So we gotta get into some things, okay? Go get you a sip of water, sip of wine, sip of juice, sip of hot cocoa, hot water, cold water, sweet tea, regular tea. I don't know, whatever you drink, just go get it, y'all, because we have got to get into this recap video of Baddies Midwest episode 10. Y'all ready? Let's get it. Okay, y'all, so the episode starts out with them at the bonfire, y'all, and the first fight is with Dolly and Petty P, okay? Yes, her name is Petty P. If y'all have not been watching my recap videos, I renamed her, okay? On the show, her name is Pretty P, but I'm gonna name her Petty P because the bitch is petty, okay? She's always doing something. She's always in some drama. She's just petty. So I'm naming her Petty P. So Dolly and Petty P gets into it, y'all. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, the whole season I've been saying, I like Dolly, Dolly can fight, Dolly and Petty P gets into it, y'all, and Petty P mops the floor with Dolly. I said, oh my gosh, what? And y'all, not one round, not two rounds, they went like 3 rounds, and Petty P mopped her all 3 rounds. I said, oh my goodness, not Petty P. And honestly, I ain't really think Petty P could fight that much because y'all know she got her head busted on bus by Tinkerbell. So honestly, I ain't think Petty P was like no competition. I didn't think she was one of the big hitters. But y'all, I don't know if Dolly was drunk. I don't know if she was high. I don't know what was going on. She did say her fingers was hurting though. Her fingers, y'all, she did say her fingers was hurting. I don't know if it was her fingers that got in the way. But y'all, Petty P whooped Dolly's butt, and I said, oh my gosh, not Dolly. Y'all, I had to close my eyes. I had to close my eyes because I said, oh my gosh, not Dolly. So y'all, as soon as the episode started, they get into it, boom, Dolly gets beat up, okay? Petty P won all 3 rounds. Like I said, I was surprised because the way Dolly was throwing them things at the freaking auditions, I just knew Dolly was gonna be a heavy hitter. Like I said, I don't know, you win some, you lose some. Maybe it was just an off day for her. Maybe it was an off day. That's what I'm gonna just say. It was an off day. Her fingers was hurting. Her fingers is broke. You know what I'm saying? She just got beat up by Petty P. I said, Jesus. So then, Petty P, y'all, honestly, Petty P was fighting for her life because the episode before this one, they said that Jasmine, Petty P, and Emma, they gotta go home, y'all. All of the ladies are saying that they are boring, they don't give anything, and they need to go home. So I honestly feel like Petty P was fighting for her life. She heard that she could possibly be going home, and she said, who going home? Not me. So Petty P, y'all, that fight, I've never seen Petty P fight like that. Like the way she was fighting, they said, look, you fighting for your life, you fighting for your spot, you fighting for that check, what's up? And that girl, she gave her all. Honestly, because of that fight, she needs to stay. Don't send Petty P home, okay? Don't send her home. Emma and Jazz, I'm cool with them leaving. I'm sorry, Cash Doll. I know that's your best friend, but she gotta go. She gotta go. So boom, Dolly said that her fingers was hurting and her hands is messed up. She actually messed up her hands from the auditions. Her hands and her nose is still messed up from the auditions when she beat up all them people. And now she's on the season and her hand is getting worse, y'all. So after she finished fighting her, they had to wrap her fingers. Like literally all 8 of her fingers had cast on it, okay? They was crip walking. All of her fingers, except for 2, had cast on them. And I said, Dolly, why are you even up here? I would have been like, send me home, okay? All of my fingers are broken. I cannot work. Send me the fuck home now. Send me home. I'm on a fighting show and I can't fight because all 8 of my fingers is broke. What am I doing here? Like what are we doing? Dolly, go home. Like that check Zeus is handing out must be amazing because baby, you ain't got no fingers and you still want to fight. So they wrapping her fingers up, they wrapping her hand, and Dolly said that her fingers is not going to stop the show. She said that wrap her hand up and she want to fight some more. And I said, oh my gosh, this girl is insane. So she still wanted to fight, but of course security and them is telling her like, you need to calm down, you need to relax because you got cast on all 8 of your fingers. Like, what are you really gonna do? Like, you just gonna continue to get beat up, and we're not having it. So Dolly was upset because she said she felt like her fingers didn't let her, you know what I'm saying, fight to her full potential. Dolly said she knows she be knocking bitches out. She know that she can really fight, and she felt like her fingers, you know what I'm saying, messed her up. Is it a cop-out? I don't know. I don't know, but that's what she said. I don't know if she's just saying that because she got mopped all 3 rounds, or if her fingers was really, you know what I'm saying, messing her up. But that was that, okay? Then Natalie said that she wants the girls to turn up and she wants them to show their personality. Natalie is tired of the girls going to the club and not working. She said, y'all are here to turn up. You're here to get the crowd hype. You're here to be pouring shots, and some of y'all are not doing y'all job. So Natalie is telling the girls, when we go out tonight, everybody needs to be on their P's and their Q's. Everybody needs to be on the mic, hyping the crowd up. Like, y'all need to be giving energy or somebody is going home. So Natalie is telling the girls, like, y'all better bring it tonight because I got my eye on somebody, and somebody is not going to the next city with us because you're not really giving what needs to be gave. So she said she's tired of the girls being born in the club and she wants them to show up to work. And it's like, I understand that because they are getting paid for hostings and going to the club and stuff. Y'all are there to turn up the club, okay? You're there to get the crowd hype, you know what I'm saying? You should be shaking ass. You should be pouring shots down people's mouth. You should be, hey, we lit, hey. You should be dancing. You should not be in a corner holding up a wall. Like, what are you doing? No. So she's like, us going to the club is y'all job, and I need y'all to show up to y'all job. And it's like, that is fair. That is fair. So the girls are getting ready to go out for the club, and Dolly is still going off, y'all. She's still mad that she got beat up all 3 rounds, and she's not letting it go. She's like, wrap my hand up. I need to fight. I can fight whoever. Da, 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 da. Just wrap my hands up and I'm good. And it's like, girl, 8 of your fingers don't work. How are you, baby? So Dolly is mad at Lex because Lex did not jump in her fight. So I'm guessing before the whole bonfire scene, Lex and Dolly had a conversation. They did not show us this, but this is what Dolly is saying. Dolly is saying that her and Lex had a conversation, and Dolly was pretty much telling Lex, like, hey, you know what I'm saying, my fingers, they don't really work like they used to, and you know what I'm saying, they hurting me, so if I get the fighting, I need you to jump in and have my back. And Lex said, okay, cool, I got you, right? Lex said, if you get the fighting, I got you, I'm gonna jump in and help you out because I know your fingers hurting and you can't really, you know what I'm saying, fight like you really want to. That's what Lex told Dolly. So Lex did not jump in the fight when Dolly and Petty P got the fighting, right? So Dolly is upset because she's like, you see me fighting, you were supposed to jump in and handle Petty P, and you did nothing. You sat there and did not jump in and help me out. So Lex is saying, like, I didn't even know you and Petty P was supposed to fight. Mind you, Petty P didn't have an issue with Dolly. Petty P and Summer was arguing, okay? But Dolly, being a little puppy dog behind Summer, she feels like anytime Summer gets into it, she has to fight that person. And it's like, Summer already told her to don't fight my battles. I got this. So it's like, Dolly, why are you steady hanging on the coattail of Summer, trying to jump in all her beefs? Because honestly, you wouldn't be nothing without Summer. Like, honestly, they would be asking to send you home. But anywho, Dolly is always up on the Summer. Anytime Summer got an issue with somebody, Dolly feels the need to put her 2 cents in and fight for Summer. And it's like, how you fighting for somebody and all 8 of your fingers don't even work? Like, how did that don't even make sense. That didn't even make sense. So Lex is pretty much saying you didn't even have to fight Petty P. The beef wasn't even between you and Petty P. It was between Petty P and Summer. But you decided to jump in and fight her. I didn't even know y'all was about to fight. So no, I didn't jump in because 1, you shouldn't have hopped your ass in it if it was Summer's fight. And 2, I didn't know y'all was about to fight. So that's not on me. So Dolly is upset, which I could understand what Lex is saying. Because she's like, if you know your fingers don't work, why are you constantly trying to fight? Like, relax. I told you I'll have your back. But don't go out here and just be provoking any and everybody and fighting any and everybody. Like, don't do that. So Dolly is upset. She's going off on Lex. Apparently Dolly and Lex share rooms. So Dolly is saying, you need to get your stuff out the room. You're not sleeping in a room tonight and I'm kicking you out. And Lex like, girl, this is my room too, and I'm gonna sleep peacefully tonight, and you're not gonna do not a god daggone thing, okay? You gonna do what? Kick me out where? And go, what? No, I'm not going for it. So Lex is just like, I understand you mad, you got beat up, but it's also my room and I'm not going nowhere, so it is what it is. And what Dolly do? She got quiet. And I said, Dolly, you going out sad this episode. You are going out so sad. And I'm like, dang, Dolly, I really wanted to like you. I really wanted to like you because you're a dark-skinned baddie. But honestly, Dolly and Petty P starting to get on my motherfucking nerves, okay? Dolly is now up there with Petty P. I don't really like him no more. I don't really like her no more. I don't really like her no more. I'm sorry. Because it's like she's doing too much. She's always hopping in summer fights. She just want a whole bunch of camera time to fight, but you can't fight because your hands don't work. Dolly, get it together. Get it together now. Okay, moving on. Where we at? Okay, boom. So the girls are getting ready to go out, and Emma is doing Petty P's makeup because while Petty P was fighting for Dolly, I told y'all she was fighting for her life. She was fighting for a check. She was fighting to keep her spot at Baddies, and she ended up messing up her shoulder. So her shoulder messed up, so she can't do her makeup. She can't do her hair. So Emma is being a good friend, and she's doing her makeup for her, so she's not looking crazy at the club, because Natalie already told them, if you don't come to work tonight and if you don't show up, you going home. So Petty P like, dang, they already been talking about me. You know what I'm saying? I already just had to fight for my life, and I need somebody to do my makeup for the club, because I can't be out here looking crazy, or they really gonna send me home. So Emma did her makeup, and I thought that was really nice of her. All the girls look nice per usual, y'all. Like I said before, when the baddies step out for these club hostings, they step out. I don't think it's anybody on this season who is lagging. Like I said, last season it was Meatball. Meatball was the black sheep, the black goat, whatever they call it. She was the one that stood out like a sore thumb. Like, she ain't look like she really went with the baddies. You know what I'm saying? How is that? You know, it's like a bunch of baddies, then it's that one friend, and you like, oh, how you friends with them? And you don't really, that's what Meatball was giving. But honestly, this season, nobody is sticking out. Everybody is putting that shit on. Everybody, you know, makeup fire, hair fire, outfits fire. You know what I'm saying? No complaints. The baddies are definitely some baddies this season, and round of applause for that. So the girls get to the club, y'all. The club is lit per usual, okay? I already said, if the baddies ever come to where I'm at, I'm going. Last time they came, I was pregnant, but next time I might gotta go, because y'all, the club looked so lit. The line was out the door per usual. They get off the bus, everybody screaming, baddies, 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 going crazy. Okay, so the girls, they have to show out, because like I said, Natalie already told them, if y'all don't show up to work tonight, if y'all don't show out, you going home. The girls are in the club, and Lex gets on the mic because they are currently in Cleveland. Lex is from Cleveland, so she gets on the mic, y'all, and she sounded so dumb, and I low-key got embarrassed, because I said, Lex, why would you get up there? And Lex give me like she was raised and she was born like in the suburbs, and and like she tries to be hood, or try to be like down with, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, you could just tell she's not hood, she's not ghetto, she's not none of that, and she just gives white suburban woman. But she got on the mic and she's like, we in Cleveland, this is my mother effing city, make some noise Cleveland, my name is Lex, if you don't know, now you mother effing know. And I was just like, girl. And y'all, the crowd went silent. Nobody knows who the F Lex is, okay? How is this your city and nobody knows you? Y'all, the crowd, they ain't scream her name. They just sat there and looked at her like she was dumb. I sat there and looked at her like she was dumb. The rest of the baddies sat there and looked at her like she was dumb, because what? Nobody got hype. I know Natalie said, come to work tonight, get on the mic and turn the crowd up, but you didn't do that. You tried, but it ain't quite, you ain't really, you know what I'm saying? You ain't really succeed, Lex, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. So after she get off the mic, Ivory grabs the mic, y'all, and the crowd goes wild. They're like, Ivory, 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 and Ivory is not even from Cleveland, okay? How they know Ivory, but they don't know you, and you from the city? Okay. Anywho, they're chanting Ivory's name, so Ivory get on the mic, and she's like, this my mother effing city, I run Cleveland. So after she said that, Lex looked at Ivory and was like, girl, what is you doing? Like, this is my city. Like, are you trying to be funny right now? What's really going on? Lex is like now eyeballing Ivory like, girl, you ain't have to get up right behind me and say this your city after I already said it was my city. And you got the crowd more lit. Like, I would have been mad too. Like, not you about embarrassing me in my so-called city. The next day, the ladies are packing to go to the next city. They are going to Chicago, and all of the ladies are talking and giving their opinions on who they think should go home. Everybody is still saying that Jazz, Petty P, and Emma should go home. They said that them three is the ones that's not really pulling their weight. They kind of boring. They don't really talk to people. They really be in their room. They said all Emma do is listen to music all day, and she don't socialize with nobody else. They say that bitch be playing music all day, walking up and down the halls all day playing music, in her room playing music. They just said she a boring girl, so why is she here? So all of the ladies, they're back on the front yard in front of the bus, and we already know how this rodeo gonna go, okay? Because they did this when they got to Cleveland. They stood in front of the bus in the yard, and they said who going home, and then they ended up sending what's her name, Yoshi, home. And I said, oh, Yoshi wasn't gonna make it, but they ended up sending Yoshi home. So now they're back in the yard, back in front of the bus, back trying to figure out who the F gonna go home, okay? So that's what they're doing. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, here we go again. So Natalie says that 2 people are up to go home. She asked the ladies who they think should go home, and Summer is the first to talk. She said, I think it should be Jazz, P, and Emma. Summer has been saying that from the beginning. We all know that she don't like Jazz, but she added in P and Emma. She's like, they need to, I'll just send all 3 of them home. Because why are they here? Like, send all 3 of them home. Then Natalie asked the OGs who they think should go home. Tinkerbell and Diamond said that Emma should go home because Emma has a lot of personal stuff going on, y'all. And they talked about how Emma's dad has cancer and he's actually in the hospital right now. I don't know if he's fighting for his life. I don't know if I don't know, but they didn't really get into the details of everything. But they just said that Emma's dad has cancer and they feel bad for sending her home because they know her dad is going through it, and they don't know if Emma is using the Zeus check to help out her dad. So everybody is saying like, yes, Emma should go home, but they're also like, dang, I don't know, because you know she got the situation with her dad, and I feel like that's messed up if we send her home. It's like we don't really know what's going on. So some people are saying Emma, some people are saying Jazz, some people are saying Petty P. So after that, Lex calls out Ivory because of the whole incident that happened at the club. She said, why would you say that Cleveland is your city and you know it's my city? You're not even from here. Like, was you trying to be funny? And Ivory said that she wasn't trying to be funny. She said that she was drunk, and she said every city we go to, I always say that this is my city. So, but are you mad? Like, what's up? Are you mad? Are you big mad because I said it was my city and people knew my name and not yours? Like, are you mad? I would be mad too. I would definitely be mad too. So Natalie tells Emma and Jazz that they are up for elimination, and she tells them that they can come to Chicago. I guess Natalie will decide once they get to Chicago if they're able to stay or if they have to go home. But she told them that y'all are up for elimination, so be on your P's and your Q's pretty much. So now the ladies are on the way to Chicago, and Natalie are asking the girls if Jazz and Emma should go home. And this is when they tell Natalie about Emma's dad and just catching Natalie up on everything. Anna is telling Natalie that Emma's dad has cancer and she probably needs the money for her dad and to help her dad out. So now, like I said, all of the girls are feeling bad about sending home Emma because they just feel sorry for her and they didn't really know her situation until Anna brought it to Natalie. So the girls are saying that, well, maybe we shouldn't send home Emma, so let's send home Jazz. And Natalie said that Jazz doesn't really bring enough to the table and she's a little boring. So Natalie now has her eye on Jazz. But Natalie is still trying to decide who to send home. She's like, I don't want to send Emma home because the whole thing with her dad. And Jazz, I don't know, they might send Jazz home. They didn't really send nobody home this episode. I think they're gonna do a next episode, but it might be Jazz because Jazz, I don't know. Cash doll, help your friend out, okay? Next. So the ladies get to Chicago, and this house, y'all, looks a lot better than the other houses. Y'all know the other houses look scary, and every time they go up to the houses, they're like, oh, this is nice. And I'm like, no, this shit is scary as hell. But this house is actually nice, and I said, okay, I could get with this house. This house was kind of cute. So they get to the house. It's not as old and not as scary as the other houses. And Natalie and the OGs, they get to the house first. And Natalie wants to switch the girls' room around as a prank, okay? So they get into the house and Natalie is looking at all the rooms with the girls' names on it. And she decides to put Ivory and Lex in the same room. So she moved Lex's name off whatever room that she was on and she put it on Ivory's door. So now you have Ivory and Lex sharing a room. So Natalie is like, it's just gonna be a prank. It's just gonna be a prank. So let's go ahead and put Ivory and let's go ahead and put Ivory and Lex in the same room. Natalie being messy per usual, y'all. Like y'all just know how Natalie is. Like, no, it's not a prank. You know the girl's gonna get mad, and then you messing with Ivory. Like, why would you want to go there with Ivory? Ivory, out of all people, like, come on, Natalie. You just asking to get beat up at this point. You just asking to get beat up. So and it's like, you also know that they have tension. Like Lex and Ivory have literally been fighting since the first episode of Baddies Midwest. Like soon as they got on the bus and they was heading to the first house, they was getting the fighting. So it's like, you already know they got tension. They fought multiple times. You just seen Lex call out Ivory about, you know what I'm saying, being shady by getting on the mic saying Cleveland is your city and now you gonna do this. It's like, now you just putting the icing on the cake. Like, come on. Okay, y'all, so the rest of the ladies get to the house, and soon as they step inside, Natalie is like, oh, y'all go find y'all rooms, y'all go find y'all rooms, go check out the house, go check out the room and everything like that. So the ladies are walking around, they're trying to figure out where their rooms are. Ivory sees that Big Lex's name is on her room door, so Ivory takes Lex's name and go put it on another door because she's like, Lex is not staying in the room with me. Like, I don't know what kind of games y'all are playing, but this is my room and Lex is not sleeping with me. Like, what the fuck y'all got going on? So Lex asks Ivory, why'd you take my name off the door? And Ivory is pretty much telling Lex, this is not your room. You're not sharing a room with me. So they're going back and forth. Natalie hears that they're going back and forth, and Natalie decides to jump in. She's like, oh, it's just a prank. It's just a prank. It's just a prank. We switched the names. Da, 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 da. So Natalie is trying to tell Ivory and Lex that it's a prank. But y'all, honestly, it was too late, okay? They was already arguing. They was already getting into it, and you could already tell, like, yeah, they about to fight. It's about to go down. So Natalie over there laughing, y'all, because she just messy. So she's in the corner laughing, and Ivory is saying that she don't think anything is funny. She's like, I don't think this is a prank. I don't think this is funny. You know what I'm saying? Nothing about this situation is funny. Y'all know we don't even get along, so why would y'all even make it a game or a prank to even put her in the same room as me? Like, what y'all really got going on? So Ivory felt like they was trying to set her up. She felt like they wanted to turn her up because she kept saying, oh, y'all want me to turn up. Y'all want me to turn up. Like, what y'all trying to do? What type of time y'all on right now? So Lex says she not going anywhere and she's staying in the room, and Ivory and Lex got the fight, and that's how the episode ended, y'all. They ain't even show the fight really. They just showed them about the rumble and it cut off. Honestly, I'm ready to see that fight. Anytime Ivory and Lex get the fight in, it's always a good fight. Like, them two, like, they a good match for real. Like, they are really a good match. So I'm low-key excited to see that fight. But that was everything that happened in that episode, y'all. Y'all leave me some comments down below. Let me know how y'all felt about episode 10. Let me know how y'all felt about it, or how y'all feel about the season, okay? Let me know if we're on the same page about certain stuff. Do we feel the same way about Jazz, Dolly, and Petty P? Do we? Y'all let me know down below. Thank y'all for watching this video. Make sure you guys are liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel. We are on the road to 1K, okay? So if this is your first time watching one of my videos, please subscribe. If this is your first time coming across me, please subscribe. If this is your first time seeing a baby like myself, please subscribe. Thank y'all for watching this video. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.